Okay. All right. Any question number up to 24? Is okay? All right. Number 27. As I told you, okay. Even right, if you practice only 10 set of SAT or 5%, maximum 10 is enough. If you understand the right, figure out, complete right each questions, this is much better than right 30 set, 40 set. It doesn't matter. Okay, 10 set is enough in my experience. But there are the conditions. Okay, each questions you must write completely figure out by yourself. As I told you, right, one of the guys, he tried to write all the tests and the balance book and the Prince review, what to use. Still got to write less than 700. That's not a good idea, okay? Even one question, even one test is just to figure out. That's gonna be hard, okay? All right, number 27. So we have a point PR. This is a known number with the x coordinate. This is the y coordinate. But this line is on this equations. What that means? When x is a p, y should be equals to r. That's why, okay? If this line y equals x plus b, and the point is on this line. But there are the condition over here, right? When x is p, y is r. So you can use it. So when y is r, x is p, it's going to be equals to y. Y equals p plus b. That's the equations. Okay? If we are out of point, it can be equal. It's okay? All right. To be on line, okay? Or we just satisfy what? The equations when they are putting the number x and y into the equation. We have another one. 2p over 5. This one also, no. This one is on the other graph over here. Oh, you gotta read the question, okay? This point on this graph, that means what? Y is 5r, x is 2 times p. So write down one more time. Y is 5r, 5r equals 2 times x is 2p and plus b. So actually, I'm gonna write down over here, 5r equals 4p plus b, isn't it? Now you got two equations, one over here, the other one over here, from different equations. Okay. Now there must be some number of r and p, because this number of r, this number by equal, this number p, this number p is equal, this number b equals to p. But we're gonna find the relation between r over p. And there's no b there. When you find, okay, the ratio, already we need to find some relationship between r and p, not b. That's the idea. Only between r and p. Okay, b is what? Outsider. So I'm going to write down r equals p plus b. Outsider should be eliminated when you make up minus. What I got? 4r equals 3p. That is our relationship without p. But this is enough. Okay, on this case, you better use now plug-in number. That is a plug-in number to make it equal. R is the other number 3, P equals the other number 4, right? 4 times 3 equals 3 times 4. R equals 3, P equals 4. Plug it there. 3 over 4 is the answer. Or you can express y, because r is the numerator, express r is better, right? Divided by 4 is what? 3p over 4, isn't it? Put this number into the r. 3p over 4 over p again. P is canceled out. We still have 3 over 4, which is better. This is better, isn't it? That is the plug-in number, okay? We did number 27, number 28, move on number 28. Okay, we have a 22 student. We have a 22 point. Okay. They have data up there. A bit per minute before exercise. Okay, and this is after exercise. One guy is what, 56 bits per minute. Another one guy is what, 64 bits per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys are there, or what, 68 bits per minute. Okay, but after exercise, okay, yeah, bits per minute is about different shape. Okay, the first one. We're gonna find where is the data. Okay, S1 is standard deviation. S1 is standard deviation, and R1 is the range. Another one, S2 is what, second. This is a S1 standard, R1 is the range. Over here, S2 is a standard deviation, R2 is the range. Which of the following is true? So we're gonna find, okay, between these two factors, standard deviation. Maybe you can try R2 is the first, R. R, the range is what, maximum minus minimum, right? There are difference. Large is the data, small is data. 88 minus 56 is what, 32 is the range of first data. Second data is what is it? 112 minus 80 is what? 32. Second range, right? That's the range. They are equal, right? But this is not good. This is elimination. Okay, elimination is always what comes with algebra. Okay, not first, not from the beginning. Okay. Now take a look. Standard deviation. What is standard deviation? Standard deviation is what? The data, how much away from the mean? Each data, how much away? How much away from the mean? Okay, that is what standard, okay? How is it spread over the data? This is very close to the stick, right, to the middle number. This one is what? All the way spread out, more sporadically. This is the standard deviation large. This standard deviation is just small. It's okay, you can use right graph. You don't have to find the actual numbers. Okay. For examples, this guy's how much away from the mean? You can take this is a mean, 4 points away from the mean, right? Okay, 4 points away. But you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times 4 is what? 20 points away. But if you take this as a mean, I'm going to choose 5 guys. These 3 guys, these 2 guys. How much away from the mean? This is 4. Each one is 4 difference. 3 times 4 is 12. This is what? 8 times 2 is what? 16. This is 28. When you add this is only 20, right? That is just standard deviations. You don't have to find the right entire standard deviation, okay? It's just the right compare the graph. Standard deviation, small standard deviation. Looks like all this one. When you make the graph of your bell types. Large standard deviation. So all many data was spread out. Looks like this way. Okay, you can compare this one, okay? So out of these two, but this is not good. They are totally different. Okay, this is the best answer, okay? The correct answer is what? S1 is smaller than S2. That is much better. Okay, I don't know why they use this one, okay? Anyway, this is the best answer, okay? That is number 28. Any questions on this standard deviation? But usually we using normal distribution, we use what? Absolute standard deviation, okay? That is the easier way. Number 33, now move on number 33. I think number 30 is okay, 31 is okay, 32 is okay, 33 over here. The same line, if we have this y equals x plus 2, what is the same line? Times 2, 2y equals 2x plus 4. That is the same line. When you divide it by 2, simplify, you got this one. Times 3, same line, times 4, but you multiply all terms with the same number. X plus 2y equals 10 times 2 is what? 2x plus 2y equals 20. That is the same line. Times 3 is what? 3 plus 3y equals, oh no, I'm sorry, times 3, 6y equals what? 30. That's the same line. 4 times 4, 4x plus 8y equals 40. That's the same line. When you divide it by 2, you got this one. When you divide it by simplify 3, you got this one. When you divide it by 4, same line. Represent same line over here. 3x 3 times. This one is the same line. If this number is 30, right? So 30 is the answer. Number 36. Over here. Oh, we just did, okay, the core function, right? Last time I remember we did this on core functions. If angle A plus B, this one, then cosine A equals already sine B. This is true? No. Angle A plus B equals 90. That is already this one, okay? Don't forget that someone, when I have another student, he said this way, A equals B. No, totally different. A equals B only what? Cosine 45 equals sine 45. Okay, A plus B. Don't forget, okay? Some of these angles are 90 degree complementary. Then cosine A equals always what? Sine equals to sine B. Another way is what is it? Cosine A equals B equals how much? From here, B equals 90 minus A, right? It's a complementary angles. So sine 90 minus A is same thing. Over here, W is on the line alpha. There are weird questions, but that's true. W over here. Some of these two angles is 90. So you can take a right. This is a cosine, the other one is sine, or this is a sine, the other one is a cosine. Cosine R SW, cosine of this angle. What is sine of this angle? It is the same number. Okay, because what? This angle plus the other side angles, they are what? Add up to 90. Okay, so this is 0. This number, this value of this one, this value, because some of these angles is 90. They are all equal. When you subtract equal number, the result is 0, right? That is number 36. Any questions, number 36? Sometimes they give this one. This is weird one. This is angle A, angle B. Cosine A minus sine B is how much? Still 0, right? Because what? A plus B is 90. This also A plus B is 90. It doesn't have to always this one on right triangle. Is it okay? Sometimes they can use this one. This is A and B. Cosine A minus sine B, how much? Because this is a right angle. We know that A plus B is 90. That's why this value, the other values must be equal. Okay, same number, subtraction still 0. Okay, it can be, right, work anywhere if their sum of the angles is 90 degree. already working. Okay. That is number 36. Okay. Now you're done. Okay. Any questions on this work? Any questions? All right. So we're gonna have a 10-minute break. Okay. So right now it is 11:57. Come back here. Okay, 12:10. Okay. Everybody's come back here 12:10. Okay, recording is in progress. All right, vector theorem. This is last time class work. Section 6. I'm gonna finish this. Okay. Tip 23. Vector theorem. The last time we did right remainder theorem. This one had the remainder of here. Remainder R. Because when this is divisor, x minus a, when you divide f of x, we don't know what is the x of x anyway, divided by x minus a, there's the quotient, this is remainder. Because what this is a linear factor, we divisor is a linear factor, degree 1, and remainder is what? Constant. Okay? I'm going to degree 1 is better. Because what divisor is a degree 1 polynomial, remainder should be constant. Sometimes I'll forget. So how can you find the remainder? It's just when you divide it by x minus a, put this number, x is a over here, right? That's it. This number going on over here, f of a equals how much? This was going to 0. We got the only remainder. Okay, from here you can find, okay, R is the remainder. R is the remainder when f of x is divided by x minus a. A means what? X minus a factor. Okay, that's the remainder. But second time, R is 0. Now I'm going to write one more time. F of x is R is not anymore some numbers, just 0. X minus a and q x, isn't it? So this number is 0 from here, right? So the f of a equals 0. That means what? Remainder is 0. What that means? In this case, remainder is gone. Maybe you can find something other, right? You're gonna find something else from here. X minus a now. If this is f of 0, x minus a is a factor, right? Factor is a product form, okay? This is a product. This one. X minus a is a factor of f of x. That's the meaning. Is it okay? All right, because the f of a 0 means what? The graph will pass through the what? A over here. Okay? This x-intercept created what? X minus a factor, isn't it? All right, that is a factor theorem, right? So actually, factor theorem is very special case of remainder theorem. Okay. Now we're going to try number 1 there. X minus 1 is a factor of this polynomial. So I'm going to write down, this is a factor when you divide this polynomial by x minus 3, the remainder is 0. That is what factor. 12 equals 3 times 4. There's no remainder. This is, we said 3 is a factor of 12, 4 is a factor of 12. If we have this one, 5 times 2 and plus 3, right? When you divide by 5, of course, but remainder is 3, so we don't say 5 is a factor of 13. 2 is a factor of, that's wrong. Factor means what? Product form, right? When you have a product form, each product can be called what vector. This is not product. We still have a number, some numbers out there. 5 cannot be right, have a negative factor. 2 is not a factor. Okay. So vector means what? Just the product form. You can see that x cubed minus 4x and plus k. And this is a factor means what? X minus 3 and some other factor we don't know, don't care. But there's no remainder. That's why we said what x minus 3 is a factor of this polynomial, only a product form. Are you guys agree? Yeah, that's true. No, x minus 3 is a factor, we said factor. How do I check it out? To make it a special number, x is 3, isn't it? Now put this number 3 up here. It should be equal to 0, right? To be factor, right? Because the right hand side, put this number 3 up here, 0 times any number is 0, isn't it? The right hand side 0. Put this number into the over here. 3 cubed is what? 27 minus 4 times 3 and plus k should be equal to 0, right? So this is 27, this is a 12 plus k equals 0. This is a 15 plus k equals 0. So k equals opposite number, okay? K equals 1 minus 15. Any questions? Number 1. Now everybody now get very familiar with factors here, okay? All right, the next one more examples. This is a factor of x minus 2. This is a factor of x minus 2. To make a 0, this is x is a 2 special number. When you got special number, put this number over here, it's gonna be 0. There's no remainder. Now we're gonna approach what directly? P over 2 should be equal to 0, right? Because no remainder, that's why we said x minus 2 is a factor. Now let's find for what value of k, px is 0. Okay, x is 2, put over here. P over 2, x is 2 squared, k times 2 minus a should be equal to 0, right? No remainder there. This is 4, 2k minus 8 equals 0. 2k minus 4 equals 0. Or you can solve this one. It doesn't matter. K equals 2, right? Or this is a 4 divided by 2, k equals 2. Okay, so k equals 2 is the answer. Okay, now number 3, everybody try this one, number 3. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute. Okay, have some practice. This value, what is the value before? What value of k? Px is divisible by x plus 1. Divisible by x plus 1 is the remainder is 0, which is why x plus 1 is a factor of px. Okay, I'll give you some minutes. Okay, 1 minute is enough. Find the value of k. There's no remainder. You can find a special number to make a 0 here, right? This is special number. When you got this number, put in this value of x. That makes it 0. Okay, now plug in this number into the x. P over negative 1 equals negative 1 cube is negative 1. Negative 5 times negative 1 squared is positive 1. I'm not going to write down 1. And the minus 1 is plus 1 plus k. That should be equal to 0, isn't it? No remainder. That's why x plus 1 is a factor. This is canceled out. Negative 5 plus k 0. This number is 5. Okay. Choice D is the answer. All right, this is a little bit hard one. That is, I don't know. ACT, they gave this one already, but not SAT. Okay, this is a little bit harder one, but actually once you know this one, it's very simple. Anyway, when you go to write precare or okay, precare, maybe you have to learn this one. And also this one is about college. When you go to college, okay, in first grade, okay, you can see this type of questions a lot. Okay. Just before we use what divisor is what degree 1, right? Only one factor over here, right? Can you see that? X minus 1. But this is degree 2. You're gonna divide, okay, you get two divisors over here, two linear factor divide. This is what actually quadratic, right? Degree 2 polynomial. The divisor is degree 2 polynomial, remainder is what? Degree 1 polynomial. That's the rule. If the divisor is what? Degree 1 polynomial, remainder will be less than degree 1 is a constant. All right? Okay, I'm going to explain this one. In case, okay, this is not SAT questions, okay? The SAT is only one linear factor, that's enough. I never see, but I don't know, who knows that? Okay, they're going to give a right two linear factors. So g of x, this is equals to x cubed plus ax and plus b. This when you divide by x minus 1 and what x minus 2, that is what divides both. We might have some quotient there, right? And the remainder should be what is that? This is divisor is degree 2, x times x is x squared, remainder must be what? Degree 1. I'm going to generate ax plus 1. That is degree 1 remainder. But we have two variables, a and b. We need to find a and b. So that's why we need what? Two equations, okay? To find the two variables, we need two equations. We have two equations. To find two equations, we need what? Two special values. Just we have only one special value over here, right? Two special value, we don't see that, but over here, two special value. One is the x. First one, x minus 1 from here, special value is 1. From next one is the special value of 2. Then we have two special values. That's enough. When you put this number left and right, it's gonna be equal, right? Okay. Put this number 1 first. 1 cube is 1. X is 1 is a over here, and plus b. This side is all 0, okay? Or this is 0. That's what we call these two numbers is a special number. Now 1 over here, a times 1 is what? A. Oops. Okay, I used what a and b. I cannot use what a and b same letter. I'm going to do p and q. Okay, I'm going to use p and q. That's the remainder, okay? This is the remainder. All right. Okay, this a little bit takes time. Now put this number, x is 1, so p plus q, right? P plus q. No. Oh, this is not the question. I'm sorry. I did it wrong. Because they are not asking to find the remainder, right? Because they said, right, remainder 0. This is divisible by this one. That's enough. Okay? Yeah, this is divisible by this one. No remainder. This is also what belongs to factors here. Okay? Now we still have, right, two variables, a and b, and the two special value. X is 1 and x is 2, right? Now put this number x is 1 in there. X cubed, 1 cube is 1. A times 1 is a. And the b, that is equal to all the way right terms is what? 0, isn't it? 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 times then the number is always 0. Now the next number 2. Put this number x is 2 into the equations. 2 cubed is 8. 8 times 2 is what? 2a, and we still have a b right inside the still 0, right? When you plug here, 2 minus 2 is 0. Now we have two system of equations. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, you can subtract directly. B equals 0. Minus, okay? B is out, 8 minus what is 7 and plus 2a minus a is what? A. That is equal to 0. For me, we can find the value of a, which is what? Negative 7, isn't it? This is the possible questions on next SAT questions. Okay. Any questions on this number 4? All right, the next one, we're gonna try some circle problem over here. First one, definitely you have to understand what the standard deviation. This is the standard, this is we said what general equations. Okay, general equation doesn't show us right the center and radius. Okay, in order to find the center or radius, we need to change the form into a standard form. What is the standard form? X minus h, y minus k square equals r square, okay? This is standard form. This standard form gives us what center? Where is the center? Center is what h and k, and radius is r. Okay, all right. To find area of the circle, we need a radius. We need these numbers. That's why we need to change the form into a standard form. Okay, you know the right how to get the standard form, right? Perfect squared form, isn't it? But you have to memorize, okay? Because they already give this type of questions. X squared minus 4x space y squared plus 2y and space equals 11. We just write variable terms to the left, constant to the right. Now we're gonna make a square over here. X squared minus 4x, it should be looks like this one, okay? Half of this number, x minus 2 squared, isn't it? It should be factored this way. That is the perfect squared form. But actually, x minus 2x squared is what? X squared minus 4x plus 4, right? This one is actually a change into this form. We need what plus 4 over here, right? So if we have a plus 4, definitely we can change this perfect squared form. This number 4. How to get this number? How to get this number? This number is already half of this one, right? So negative 4 half is already this number. Now make a square, give us the same number, okay? And make square, that's the number already. This is kind of a right formula, okay? When you add 4 in your left-hand side, RHP, we need to add some numbers, 4. Now take a variable y. This variable, we know that factor is half of this number is 1 square, right? And the 1 square is 1. Or 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 square is 1. We're going to circle here this way, this way. Now you can find this one, okay? 2 divided by 2, that is 1, and make square, that is 1. When you add 1, you add the same numbers in the right side. Now, still they are equivalent, equal. Now, this first 3 terms is now what is it? X minus 2 squared. The next 3 terms is y plus 1 squared. That's a perfect squared equals right hand side 11 plus 4 and plus 1 is 16. This is what equals to r squared, right? What is the r? Square root 16. R equals 4. That's the radius. We need this one to find the area, right? What is the area of a circle? Pi r squared, you know, area of a circle. Pi r squared. Pi times r squared, which is 16 or 4 squared, it doesn't matter. 16 pi is the area. Or sometimes that's in your circumference. Circumference is about pi times diameter, or 2 pi r. Radius is 4, diameter is 8, circumference is 8 pi. Is it okay? All right. Always, you need to write up, figure out how we change this general to the standard form, okay? Only standard form give us center and radius. Any questions on number 1? That's the what it is. All right. Now the next one, number 2. What is the circumference of, say, a circle whose equation? Oh, this is not standard form, right? To find the circumference, we need the radius or diameter. What that means? We need standard form again. X squared is what? There's no x term. This is already squared. Y squared, we have a y times. We need to make a square term. Just to make a space to the right of 6y and 16. Now we need some numbers. Use the formula, right? What is these numbers? Negative 6 divided by 2n squared. We need a number 9 to find to get a right perfect squared. Same number 9 to the right hand side. This is already what? X term only. This 3 is what? Half of this one going into the parentheses y minus 3 squared, right? That is equals 25, isn't it? That's standard form, right? Where is the center? X minus 0, y 3. That's the center. What is the radius? R squared is 24. R equals 5 is the radius. To find circumference with the diameter, or radius 2 pi r, or diameter times pi. Diameter is what? 10 times pi is circumference. Yes? All right, that's all, okay? Sometimes there's new area of the circle and circumference. Only 2 different cases. Okay, don't forget this one. To find the area circumference, you guys need what? Radius. That's why we need what? We need standard form, okay? Standard form is the perfect squared form, okay? Don't forget this one, okay? Okay, now we're gonna
question.
Okay, go ahead.
If you get negative 6 over 2 squared, like where did it come from?
Okay, when you factor over this one, when you have right y squared over 6y, maybe some number here, right? You're gonna make a perfect squared form, isn't it? To have a perfect squared form, inside the parentheses should be always by x, y minus 3, half of these numbers there. Okay, that is a perfect squared form. When you expand this, what is that? Y squared minus 2 times 3 times y is a negative 6y plus 9. Isn't it? You got the negative 6 over here. To get the negative 6, inside the number should be y minus 3, half of this number. Any questions? When you have this one, x plus 2 squared, when you expand this one, this is the x squared plus 4, x plus 4, isn't it? What is this number? Or the twice of this number. From here to go back to the what? Perfect squared form, or with this number, is half of this number. X minus 3 squared equals what is the x squared minus 6x plus 9, right? When you expand this one. When you this forms, go back to squared form, inside the number negative 3 is always half of this number. Okay, so that's why I divided by 2, negative 3 going into here, right? Now to find this number, negative 2 squared is 9. That's what the formula is. When you have this number and divided by 2 and make a square, you got this number. That's the kind of formula, okay? So when you the number 9 in your left hand side, you're gonna add the same number to the right hand side. So that's always equal. Any questions? All right, number 3. Using property of circle, so we're gonna find some properties. Yeah, we have XY applied. AB is diameter. They said AC diameter is already passed through the center. They are parallel, okay, horizontal line. What is the variable K? What is the value? K is x coordinate of point B from here to here, right? That is a K. Already when you have a circle, just try to use what radius or diameter. This diameter we don't know, but this is radius. Half of that is a radius. This is also radius. What is value of this x? 6 is y coordinate. So this number is 6. It is r equals 6. Actually, radius is 6. Any questions? How do I got the radius is 6? From center to the point perpendicularly, any point on the circle that is a radius. When you have special, when you have a perpendicular to the x-axis, this is 6, y coordinate of point B, that is 6. But these two lengths is equal, right? So radius is 6. This is also radius 6, another 6, diameter is 12 over here, okay? Up to here, that is 12. Okay, now we need to find the coordinate, x coordinate of point B. This value, okay. How can you find? From here, that is 15, right? And from here to here, difference is 6. That's why we need a subtraction. 15 minus 6 is a 9. From here to here is a 9, isn't it? Up to here, 15. Up to here is a 9. From here to here is what? 15 minus 6 is what? 6, isn't it? Oh, no, R is 6, okay? This is 6. This is 9, right? So the variable K will be 9 is the answer, okay? Any questions on this number 3? All right, move on number 4. We have a graph of semicircle in the XY plane. Someone said the standard XY plane, it doesn't matter, okay? In high school, we use just the XY plane. Which of the following are the coordinate of 2 points on this semicircle whose y coordinates are equals? They have the same y coordinate and you choose 2 points. When you make a parallel line, this point, their y coordinate is equal, right? When they have parallel, right? Is it okay? Any times. Over here, parallel, this point, it has what same height, same y coordinate. We're gonna find this x coordinate. Okay. So there's some property over here. Where is the midpoint of these 2 points? This is equal, this is equal, all this is equal. The midpoint of any 2 points on the circle is same point over here, right? Same x coordinate. So I'm going to choose these 2 points, -2 and 8. What is midpoint? -2 plus 8 and divided by 2, right? x1 plus x2 over 2 is midpoint, isn't it? All right, y midpoint, y is what it can be any point change, okay? But x midpoint, x coordinate of midpoint doesn't change, always the same number. 8 minus 2 is 6 divided by 2 is 3, isn't it? So this coordinate will be 3. X equals always 3. Okay, all right. So when you have this one, they just give right 2 x-intercept. Which one is what their average is 3? x1 plus x2 divided by 2 is 3. Only this one, isn't it? 1 plus 5 and divided by 2 is 3. I guys agree? 0 and 7, this is 0 over here. 7 is over here. Their height is equal. For the x, y coordinate are equal? No. This is longer than this one, no good. The next one, 1 and 6. Where is 1? 1 is over here. 6 is over here. Totally different. You can see that it's so visible. 1 and 5. 1 is over here. 5 is over here. When you make over here, eject are very similar, right? This is midpoint. X equals 3. From here to is 3 difference. 3 difference. That's okay. Okay, 1 and 5. Or 5 minus 3 is what? That difference is 2 over here. To the right in the middle point. To the right is what? 3 to the 5, 2. To the left, the 3 minus 1 is 2. Same distance away. Anyway, their height will be equal. Okay, yeah, that's the number 4. Any questions on number just 4? Okay, another popular one SAT questions over here. Semicircles have maximum at point P. This is the highest point. They may have, this may be right center, right? Highest point. Center is over here. Maybe you can make. All right. What are the coordinates of point Q? Q is our left hand side over here. Left hand of semicircle. What is this coordinate Q? Always try to use what their radius. Okay, the radius in circle to any point from center always equal, right? Especially perpendicular. Where is the radius? 7 is the radius, okay? From here to here, y equals 7 is 7 is the radius. From here to here, radius 2. From here to here, radius 2. But we need to find the right coordinate. Okay, displacement. How can you find the coordinate? What is this point the coordinate of x coordinate? 4, isn't it? This x coordinate will be 4. Yeah, with different color. Okay, what is this coordinate? Away to the what? Left. 4 minus 7, isn't it? When you have a 4 minus 7 will be negative 3, right? So this coordinate, x coordinate will be negative 3. Okay, but still y coordinate is 0, right? Because the point is on the x-axis. So negative 3 is 0 is the answer. Okay, any questions on this number 5? This is a very popular one. All right, now the next, another popular one is the average speed. What is the average speed? Because from here to here, go away from New York to this island like Boston. Okay, we can go. Every time they have a different speed. So that's why take all the average, that is we said average speed. So definition is what? In the middle, we don't care. Just why starting and the final destination. From here is how much? This is what distance. If this is time, this is distance. Distance over total time. This is total time. Okay, in the middle, don't care about because they can spend another 30 minutes in the service area. It doesn't matter. Anyway, the only things we need are total distance traveled or total time taken. That is the average speed. For example, over here. This is a very popular one. Peter traveled city A to city B 60 miles per hour. And then he traveled back along same route. From here to here, A to B, same route, it takes about 40 miles per hour. Back, also same road, I don't know, this is 60 miles per hour, okay? B to the A, it takes about 40 miles per hour. A little bit slower. What is the average speed? Average speed is about average of speed? No. 60 plus 40 over 2, we can see that 50 miles per hour. That is not average. That is not average. Okay, that is not average. Maybe sometimes they have the same number. Okay, sometimes they have the same number, very special case, but not always true. So by definitions, every speed is a total distance. I'm going to do total distance, maybe speed, multiple of this four is 120 miles. I'm going to take 120 miles. That is another plug-in number. You go to 240 miles, okay, average speed is the same thing. Okay, because if you travel twice of distance, time will be twice. That's why average speed is always equal. Distance twice, time is twice. So you can use any numbers. Over here, I use the distance variable. It's okay. But it takes time. If you use some number of it, it's easy. If this is 120 miles back and forth, total travel distance is 120 plus 120 to 240 miles. Okay, from A to B, how many hours it take? 120 miles over 60 miles is 2 hours. Okay, 120 over 60, it take 2 hours. Back home, B to the A, speed is slower, 40 miles per hour. So 120 over 40 miles per hour, it takes 3 hours. That is total number of travel hours. Okay, that is average by definition. This is we set average speed. So 200 over 5 is what? That is 48. Totally different number, right? Total different numbers. Okay. If they compared with the same distance with compare the hours, okay, proportion, now this number will be equal to this number. I'm going to show you what this later, okay? But anyway, try to use definitions. Total distance over total time is average speed. Okay? Now we're going to have some practice over here. Number, we have 3 only, right? Okay, we did this one. All right, the number 1. Jason traveled city A, city B in 4 hours. You can organize. City A, city B, going to 4 hours. Oh, no, first 4 hour, first 1 hour. I'm sorry, I didn't misunderstand. First 1 hour. Okay, total time is 4 hours, right? It takes 4 hours. Total time is 4 hours. But the first 1 hour, speed is what? 50 miles per hour. Then it increased by speed, not kept it, and kept it 60 miles, right? The next one is what, 60 miles per hour. It takes what, 3 hours? Wow, 3 hours, that's okay. What is his average speed? You know, by definition, total distance over total time. That is the average speed. Where is total distance? It's not given, you have to find it. The first 1 hour, he drive what, 50 miles per hour. Distance is how much? 1 times 50. First 1 hour, he traveled what, 50 miles. The second one is speed is 60 per hour. He traveled 3 hours. So 3 times 60 is the second distance. But total time, we know that 1 hour plus 3 hours, 4 hours. That is the average speed. Now total distance, find out. Travel total distance 50 plus 218. Okay. So okay, separate. 180, that is 230 total distance, okay? But total time is still 4, right? So 250 over 4 equals 20, 30, 7, 28. We got 20 and divided by 4 is about 57.5. Okay, that is the average speed. Is okay? That is the average speed. But this time the distance is not fixed one. Distance will be changed. So we can let some distance with some plug and number. Impossible. If we use the same distance back and forth, we can plug a number. That's the rule. Number 2, takeaway number 2. C and D, the first half, C and D over here. The first half, it drives what, 40 miles per hour. Half and half, same distance, right? He increased her speed is what, 50 miles per hour. What is her average speed per hour? Because the back and forth same thing, because this is a half and half. Back, okay, forward and the back, same distance. In this case, you can use the plug in number for the what distance. That's the rule. What is least number multiple of 40 and 50? That is better by 200. Okay, this you can use what, 200 miles? Another 200 miles. You can use this one. Oh, now let's find average speed. What is total distance? 200 plus 200 is 400, but we need to find the hour, total hour, right? 200 first half is what? 200 over 40 is what? 200 over 40 takes what? 5 hours. 5 hours. The next one is what? 200 over 50. It takes what? 4 hours. That is total time. That is the average speed. The speed is about 400 over 9. Okay, so 400 over 9 is what? 436. Another 436, 4, right? Or 44 and 4 over 9 exact numbers. Okay. So remember, okay, when they have right same distance, we can use a plug-in number. C and D, back, it's the same thing. Same distance. In this case, only you can use a plug-in number, okay? Number 3, Jason drove a car on AM to BO, Boston, 60 miles per hour. On the way back, okay, go back. On the way back, I'm going to write down over here, 60 miles per hour. Go back is what, 40 miles per hour. It's same distance. But the number of what hours is given, the total number of hours, total time, 6 hours. Now we're gonna find distance now, not average speed. Using this speed and total time, you're gonna find what distance. Okay, from overall distance, we're gonna let this as x, or d is okay. From A to B, how many hours it takes? X over 60, isn't it? Distance over speed, which is the rate, that gives us what total time from A to B. Back, same distance, but different speed, 40. That's another time. And this is a time 1. This is time 2. This is a go and back. Total time is what, 6 hours, right? Using this one, we can find their distance. Okay, common denominator of 60 and 40 is 120, right? Because well, we don't like array of fraction. So times 120 over here, times 120. That is easier way, I think. 60, 120 times 2, right? Okay, this is 1, this is 2. We have a 2x. 120 divided by 40 is 3, right? This is 1, this is now 3 some. is what 3x equals what 720, right? 6 times 137. This is 5x equals 720 and divided by 5, x equals 144. Okay, their distance is 144 miles. It's okay, but don't remember over here. Okay, each problem has a very different case. Okay, you have to figure out what their difference. Any questions on this number 1, 2, 3? All right, after class, okay, I'm gonna recording this one. Okay, if you guys need this one, you let me know. Okay, I'm gonna send out to you. So I told you, right? Even one question. Okay, just figure out completely. Okay, that's the best way. Now the next one is the percent of solution. What is solutions? We have some solute over here. Solute can be by any material. It's a sugar, sugar and salt, and alcohol, anything. We said solute. Salt plus and water, that we said solution. Okay. So percent of solution means well, how many solute, how much percent of solute or total volume or total mass. Okay, that is a solution. Okay, if we have like 10 grams in the cup of beer, sugar, 90 grams is what water, is sugar. What is the percent of sugar? What is percent of solution? There's what? 10 grams of sugar there, right? We're gonna find the percent of sugar. Total volume, not 90 only, right? Total volume is what? Altogether, 10 plus 90 is 100 over here. We have like 10 grams sugar. So this is, we said 10% of sugar of solution. That's what 10% of solution. That means what total over here, 10% should be sugar. That's the meaning. You can use either case. Now we're going to try number 1, okay? How many gallons of water must be added to 40 gallons of right 10% alcohol? This is what total is 40 gallons. This total is 40 gallons. In this 40 gallons, 10% will be alcohol. 10% the 0.1 times 40. Yeah, actually 4 gallons is what that is alcohol in this solution, right? All right, now we're gonna add some, water. We're gonna add some water. But sugar doesn't change. Amount of sugar is the same as before. The only thing is the amount of water increased. Actually, total volume of these solutions are increased. When you increase, maybe the density getting down, right? Now mu is what 8% alcohol there. So total volume is 40 over, this is 4 gallons is what alcohol, but we're gonna add some water over here. But this is the total volume, the water is increased, not solute. Solute just doesn't change. Always 4 gallons there, 4 grams or 4 gallons. Doesn't change. But now the ratio will be changed, right? Because we add the denominator, the water amount over here. The total, this is 8%, is 8 over 100. You know, you can use this one. Using the fraction, we need to find the value of x. Cross multiplication. 8 times 40 is what? 320. 8 times x is what? 8x. 4 times 100 to 400. So 8x equals negative 320, negative 320 equals 80, right? When you divide by 8, x equals 10. Okay, so 10 gallons of water. When you have 10 gallons of water, that is now total volume is 50 gallons of water. But this only 4 gallons is alcohol. This is what it is. exactly what? When you multiply 100, exactly what? 8% of solution, right? Okay, number 2, 3, and 4 is your homework. Maybe next time we'll go over. Okay, and I'll give you another homework over here, okay, because this is section 7. Section 7 over here. Only section 3 is your homework. Okay, section 3 will be your homework up to number 20. Okay, so we're gonna go over this one next time. Any questions on this today's work? All right, then let's finish our lesson today. Okay, I'll see you on Thursday. Okay, so just try the homework. Okay, that is very important. Okay, you are not gonna lose anything. Okay, it will be hard. Okay, all right, I'll see you on Sunday. Thanks so much.
Uh,
Bye,
Bye, thank
everybody. Bye.